Hello, welcome everyone. Today we are going to start topic functions. So let me start. First of all, it's very important to understand what exactly the function is. Suppose I'm writing this equation y is equals to 2x plus 3. Definitely it's a equation, linear equation, or you can say equation of a straight line. But one thing we have to understand that it has two different variables. Variables that are denoted with letters x, y. That can take any different value. There are two types of variables, dependent variable and independent variable. In this case, x is independent variable. Independent variable that can take value according to your will. I can choose the value of this. And if I'm able to choose that value, that means it's independent. It's not dependent on anything. Whereas y is called a dependent variable because y is totally dependent on x. If I'll change the value of x, y will change. Let me give an example. When there is an equation and you have to plot a graph, what you do? You make a box. You write x and y. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's on you that which value you want to choose. When you put this value in y, you will get the desired result. So clearly you can see that y is totally dependent on x. When x changes, y changes as well. So y is dependent on x. So I can say y is a function of x. Like in terms of function, if I say dependent variable, I can say another word, which is y is dependent on x, y is function of x. If y is a function of x, so I can write y fx. Fx denotes function of x. So whenever we are doing functions, we don't write y, instead we write fx. So fx is equals to 2x plus 3. Now if I ask what is the value of f1, what I'm doing, I'm just putting x equals 1. Here what I did, I replaced x with x. What I did, I replaced x with 1. Same I have to do. I have to replace x with 1 here as well. So if it's f1, wherever I can see x, I need to replace it with 1. 2 into 1 plus 3, which will give you 5. So f1 is 5. Similarly, if I ask you f2, so what it will be? It will be in place of x, you have to replace it with 2. So 2 into 2 plus 3, which will give you 7. Now let me see some questions. It's given as fx is equals to 4x minus 3 over 4 plus x by 2. Find f negative 1. As I told you, what you need to do is, you just have to write x is equals to negative 1. Wherever you can see x in this equation, you just need to replace it with negative 1. It's gonna be 4 negative 1 minus 3. I'm multiplying, so it should be inside the bracket. Over 4 plus negative 1 over 2. Negative 4, negative 3 over 4, negative 1 by 2. This is negative 7 over 4, negative 1 by 2. How we can solve it? When we add or subtract the fractions, we make the denominator same. Obviously, LCM is 4. So I need to make the denominator 4. To do this, I'll multiply this with 2 and I'll multiply this with 2 as well. So this is going to be minus 7 by 4 minus 2 by 4. Or minus 7 minus 2 by 4, which will give you negative 9 by 4 as your final answer. Now suppose the question is fx is equals to 6x minus 3. If fx is equals to 3, what will be the value for x? See, fx is equals to 3. Here f1, f2 is not given. The value of fx is given, which means replace this with 3. There is a difference. They are not asking you to calculate f1, f2. They have already given you the value of fx and they are asking you to calculate the value of x. So in place of fx, I'll write 3. 3 equals 6x minus 3. Transpose it there. Whenever we transpose, we change the sign. So 3 plus 3 is equals to 6x. 6 is equals to 6x and x is equals to 1. You see one more question. Fx is equals to 4x minus 1 over 3 and fx is given as 12. What will be the value of x? So in place of fx, I need to replace it with 12 because that's the value given. So fx is 12. 12 is equals to 4x minus 1 over 3. Cross multiply it, you'll get 12 times 3 is equals to 4x minus 1. 36 is equals to 4x minus 1. Transpose negative 1 onto the left hand side. Sign will change. This will become 36 plus 1, 37 equals 4x. And x is equals to 37 over 4. Now let me do some questions. This is the worksheet that I have already uploaded on Akzsi app. And the link is in description box. You can access it. The answer sheet is also with it. Let me take part C. Fx is equals to negative 6x squared plus 9. Find f negative 3 minus f2. Just like I told you, whenever it's the question like find f negative 3, f2, any number inside the bracket with f, that means this is the value for x. So let me calculate f negative 3 first. It means I need to put x is equals to negative 3 in this given equation. In this given equation, fx is equals to negative x squared plus 9. So in place of x, I need to put negative 3. So this will become negative 6 times negative 3 whole squared plus 9. That is the value of negative f negative 3. So negative 3 whole squared is 9. 96 minus 54 plus 9, which will give you negative 45. Now let me calculate f2. f2 is same, x is equals to 2 I need to put in this given equation. So negative x times x squared is 2 squared plus 9. So negative 6 times 4 is negative 24 plus 9, which will give you negative 15. We have the value of f negative 3, we have the value of f2. Only I need to put these values, assemble it. So f negative 3 minus f2. F negative 3 is negative 45 and f2 is negative 15 minus negative 15. Whenever you are writing, always put inside the bracket, it will help you. Now I need to expand the bracket. Whenever we expand the bracket, the signs get multiplied. Negative, negative will become positive. So negative 45 plus 15 will give you negative 30. So the final answer for part C is negative 30. Now let's see this question. If fx is equals to x squared plus 1 over 2, fx is equals to 9, find the value or the values of x. See clearly here, fx is given. They are not asking you to calculate f9 or something. It's fx given. That means this value is given, which is equals to 9. So what I'll do, I'll replace fx with 9. So 9 is equals to x squared plus 1 over 2. This is a simple equation. What you need to do, just cross multiply. It will go up there. The equation is now x squared plus 1 is equals to 18. This is a quadratic equation. Clearly you can see because the highest degree or the highest power of x is 2. I need to transpose 18 onto the left hand side, or what I can do, I can move 1 to the right hand side. So x squared is equals to 70. Now take the root to both the side. You will get x is equals to plus minus root 17. So definitely they were asking you find the value or values of x. That means we are getting two values of x. x1 is equals to plus root 17 and x2 is equals to negative root 17. Let me see this question number 3. Here again, they are asking you to calculate the value of x, and fx is given. This whole value is given. So only I need to replace it with 1. So when I do this, 1 is equals to x plus 1 by 3 plus x plus 2 by 2. Whenever we add the fraction, definitely we need to make the denominator same. So what I have to do, I need to make them same by taking their LCM. So the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. Multiply this with 2 to make it 6. And if I'm doing with denominator, I need to do with the numerator as well. Similarly, what I need to do is I need to multiply this with 3 and the upper part with 3 as well. So this will become 1 is equals to 2 times x plus 1 over 6 plus 3 times x plus 2 over 6. Or I can take the common denominator and expand the bracket. 2 times x plus 1 is 2x plus 2 plus 3 times x, 3x plus 3 times 2 is 6. 2x plus 3x is 5x. 6 plus 2 is 8 over 6. Simply cross multiply and doing it here. This will become 6 is equals to 5x plus 8. Transpose 8 there. 6 minus 8 is negative 2 equals 5x. And ultimately I can calculate x is equals to negative 2 by 5. So this is my final answer. So in this way you can calculate the simple function questions. Functions has three parts: the simple function, inverse function, and composite function. In this lecture we are doing only the functions, what is function and how can you do these two types of questions. In the next lecture we'll be completing composite and inverse function. You can access this worksheet on Akzsi app. Link is in the description box. And if you want to enroll yourself for one-on-one live online classes, you can email us at akzsiacademy@gmail.com. So that's it for today. Thank you and stay tuned.